for you later. Right now, we're getting set for the Quad Runner ATV final. The air thick with exhaust and anticipation as we get ready. The Desormeaux brothers, Jean and Pierre, out to check the course, maybe plot some strategy here, Pat.
Well, all the riders are taking a good look at this starting area. They have groomed it to try to get rid of some of those ruts. So the track has changed since they last raced on it. And both Pierre and Jean taking a good, long, hard look at the racetrack, especially that turn one area. This race could be won or lost in that run from the starting area to that first turn. Both of the Desormeaux brothers among the best ATV riders.
Here's a look at the field, leading off number 3, Jean Desormeaux.
Jean is an outstanding rider. He won his qualifier much earlier today. His brother Pierre, not as lucky. He had to go to the last chance qualifier to earn his spot in the final.
ATV number 1 belongs to defending champion Yannick Colette.
Colette upset the Desormeaux brothers here last year. He got the whole shot while the Desormeaux brothers had problems. He was an upset winner a year ago.
David Hébert from Saint-Damas, Quebec.
Hébert, a very talented young rider on the Suzuki. And Jacques Dotil. Dotil was another one of the riders going to the last chance qualifier to earn his spot in the final.
Leading the home team from New Lowell, Ontario, Andrew Beattie on bike number 10.
That's the Honda that'll be up against a field of very strong Suzuki quad runners.
Number 15 is James Lyman from King City.
James' family's plumbing business helping support his racing effort. There's some of the other top riders. Barry Ferguson will be one of the riders to watch in this one on the Cliffshore Suzuki.
All right, 14 in the field for the final.
They do not use the rat trap starting gate, but line them up just in front of that, and they are away. That charge to turn number 1.
We got a man down. It is number 1, I believe, Yannick Colette, the defending champion.
It is Colette who has crashed on the start. Meanwhile, Jean Desormeaux has grabbed the whole shot. There he is, lots of air off the trailer jump. Pierre Desormeaux up in a second, and then it's number 2, Barry Ferguson, running in the 3rd place position. So Suzuki's running in the top 3 positions. Jean Desormeaux, your leader, then number 22, Pierre Desormeaux, and then Ferguson on that number 2 machine as they work their way around on this opening lap. But that was a tough break for the defending champion here at Skydome, Yannick Colette, as he tangled off the start and has crashed. He is back on his machine, but a long, long way back, and I don't think has any chance of catching the high-flying Jean and Pierre Desormeaux brothers.
You can see from the cat tracks they've groomed the course, but they really haven't smoothed it out at all.
Well, it doesn't take very long before the ruts start to form in this clay-based dirt. There's been a lot of rain in Toronto over the last month, and with that clay-based dirt, it just carves up just like plasticine. Here's the challenge for 3rd as number 6, Hébert, moves up to challenge number 2, Ferguson.
And another look at the start, and right at the back of the field, watch number 1, Yannick Colette, take a tumble. He's headed in the wrong direction in more ways than one. He's off the quad runner and basically out of contention, but he'll stay in the race and at least try to give it a shot.
Well, he'll try to get back up through the field as quickly as he can. Oh, a crash there, number 6. That is David Hébert, who has crashed, I believe. Hébert and Ferguson actually collided in midair. Hébert appears to be okay. He's going to try to get that machine back over, but here it is Hébert. His left front wheel actually lands on the right shoulder of Barry Ferguson. That throws the machine right off, and he takes a pretty hard tumble, but he is okay.
This is all working to the advantage of Jean Desormeaux as he checks over his shoulder to find out that he's well in front. There is his brother, Pierre Desormeaux, currently running 2nd, but I would say at least 10-15 seconds behind.
Don, this has been the story in many of our stadium ATV events over the last few years. The Desormeaux brothers have really dominated the sport, as well as the outdoor ATV events. And as we said, the start was going to be important. Jean Desormeaux was the first rider to get to that first turn, and right now he's just pouring it on, pulling away. He's got a clear racetrack ahead of him as he has really got into a rhythm on this Suzuki quad runner.
And there is Yannick Colette, not only trying to get back into the race, but trying to get back into this lap. He's already been lapped by the leaders, the Desormeaux brothers, and Barry Ferguson is also a lap up on him, running in 4th place, although he is racing now with Colette neck and neck.
Well, it is the number 1 machine of Yannick Colette, who is a lap down, as you said, Don, but right now he is running about the same pace as Barry Ferguson, and there goes Colette. He's actually running wheel to wheel with Ferguson right now, although he's a full lap down after that crash off the start, and a real tough break for Colette, who has really improved his riding over the last couple of years. As we said, the big win here in Toronto last year, but I don't think at this moment anybody is going to catch Jean Desormeaux as he goes through the tunnel under that sky jump. He keeps checking over his right and left shoulders just to see where the second place rider is, and that of course is his brother Pierre, and also to try to keep an eye on the competition. But Jean Desormeaux, you can see here, not really racing with anybody. He's going to be coming up on some of the slower traffic in just a moment, but right now just attacking this racetrack. Jean Desormeaux taking the blue and white last lap flag as he works his way through this left-hand switchback turn. He's on his way, less than a lap to go.
When you get this big a lead, as you can see, it's time to look over his shoulder, check where everyone is on the course. Can you drive too defensive?
Well, sometimes you can lose your concentration when you've got this kind of a lead, but with less than a lap to go now, Jean's going to bear down, make sure he keeps that Suzuki going. He, of course, got the great start. Here he is working his way over that double jump now through under the sky jump for the final time. He has about a half a lap to go. Jean-Pierre, of course, have run 1-2, as we're saying many, many times. Oh, hard crash.
Patrick Petrin is down. He has fallen off his bike and narrowly averts disaster. A bike flew past him, and not only that, he split his pants. Probably the least of his problems. Very slow getting the yellow out there.
Well, here is Petrin, number 113, gets it all crossed up. He just lands and then just about runs into David Hebert, number 6, and he's lying down on the racetrack. Here comes the rider behind him. The corner workers now get out the flag to warn the other riders, but there's Petrin. He appears to be okay, perhaps a little bit winded.
Meanwhile, Jean Desormeaux takes a glance over as he approaches the checkered flag. The race is over. Jean Desormeaux will win it, well ahead of brother Pierre, who is at least, I would say, 15 seconds behind. But the brothers Jean and Pierre Desormeaux finished 1-2 in this ATV final.
Jean Desormeaux proving just how important the start was as he goes start to finish for the win. There's 22, Pierre Desormeaux second. There's the number 2 machine of Barry Ferguson as he takes third.
So it's official. Jean Desormeaux and Pierre Desormeaux from Saint-Eustache, Quebec 1-2. Barry Ferguson breaks up the Quebec sweep from Port Hope, Ontario, and Jacques Dotil was fourth as we check out a jubilant winner's circle. Olsen Export Supercross continues with the monster truck.